Hey everybody, I think we live. Yeah, I know I got to get my folks on MX Network on, and then we will get started. I am tired, but hey, Tylene, what's up, Jag the Diva, and hey, bless Mama D, and hey everybody watching the family watching. She said, shout out to the family watching on the TV. Let me see, I'm gonna get MX Network on, and we'll get started, y'all. I had a long day. I don't know about the rest of y'all. It's a lot going on. No, we got some stuff to talk about, but it is a lot going on aside from this. So let me ask y'all: was anybody in this mug? Y'all was panicking about the freeze that that Trump put on all the programs and the loans? It's funny, y'all. To me, y'all do me a favor, like this video, share this video. It's really funny to me though to watch everybody. They're getting like this panic or whatever, on they get into this big old panic every time something happens, and it's amazing. Hey, everybody on MX Network. It's just amazing how everybody gets all upset without knowing like all the facts, and they just be on the internet saying any and everything. So apparently, people was like, "You're not gonna get your food stamps. Trump hates y'all. You're not gonna get your Medicaid and your welfare." And hey, some things did get cut off, but that wasn't supposed to be the intention. So we won't get into all that tonight. I won't be live tomorrow, but I'm gonna make a video about it in the morning when I get up, and I'm gonna put it up for you guys. So I don't know if you guys have seen Trump's new press secretary. But I like her. You know why? Because she answered questions. Y'all remember the one that Biden had? That heifer, she would never answer no questions. She remind me of a gaslighter. You know what I'm saying? You ask her a question, and and she never answers. She just keep going back to the same thing and the same thing. Like she ain't hear nothing you said. She deflect real good. Like if she a criminal, she not answering no questions. She good if she get caught doing a crime and they start questioning her because she deflected all them answers. She need to talk to her attorney because that bitch used to answer nothing. But Trump's press secretary, some white lady, I don't know who she is, but they've been asking her questions and she answered them. She answers them. So I just like that she gives the answer. So, and if there's any other like content creators watching, one thing I did hear her say, just to throw that out there to y'all, I won't be there neither here nor there. I got enough going on. But they did say that they were opening up the press conferences for all media. So if you are a content creator, but you actually give news, they don't care how big or small your platform is. If you are doing news and you are willing to tell what you hear there, they will give you a pass. You got to go on the website, whitehouse.gov. And if you go over there, y'all, it's a big old picture of Trump face. Why did the man got his face on there like that? It's like it's not even like it's the White House page no more. I mean, I want to say he set it up there like this, but he don't got his hands crossed. Is a fool to the fullest. But in a way that I think he be making me laugh. So if y'all want to go down there, you in DC, you can show up at the White House in a little press conference room. They will give you a pass. They're not just keeping it to the regular news channels. They said, damn that. If you do news, we respect content creators. Bring your ass down. You got to fill out the form, y'all. And they will give you a press pass to come in there and ask all the questions you want every time something go down. And today, something else went down. For 8 days straight, something been going down. So let me talk about something that's going to lead us into this conversation, okay? So Trump like the flex. I know he do. He do. I told y'all he want to be black. He got that tan on. He used to be orange. He done changed. The first time he ran, he was orange a lot. He made, some mistakes. He said he learned and he ready now. He even got his tan right. He not orange. He dark like like what was that movie Soul Man? And it's a white guy. he looked like a black man, but you could clearly tell he white with a tan on. He looked like that to me. Every time I see him, he getting darker and shit. Somebody said I'm gonna go. What, to the White House for the press conference? No, I'm not. I can't be in DC. If somebody want to go to DC, y'all live in DC. Y'all want to be the reporter for MX Network. And y'all could go every time there's a press conference. I mean, we give you a job, but you got to be able to report, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, but you could go there, you could record it, everything. I'm not going. No, I live in Georgia. I ain't going. But I think that's a good thing. I just put it out there because there might be some other content creators watching me. Shout out. Hold on, we're gonna put this on the screen. I know we're not talking about illegals tonight, but boom, there you go. Reporter illegal. We gonna keep that on the screen, y'all. Okay. Now we might change it for super chats. We gotta acknowledge the super chats when they come in. But until that happens, we gonna keep that on the screen right there. There you go. Shout out to my moderators. But no, I threw that out there because if there are content creators and there's a lot going on, right? And I think this is going to be a very interesting, and people get upset when I say that, like, you love this man. I love my kids, okay? That's about it. I love my kids. I love my community, but it's going to be very interesting. And so there's a lot that's going to happen. And I think that for people that are content creators, if you're doing news, if you're in the DC area and it don't cost you nothing more than to come down there with your phone, however you capture it, they have opened the door for you to come. You have to, of course, go and fill out on the website to get your press pass. When you do press, you have to get a pass. But they are acknowledging creators online on social media and stuff, as long as you are serious and your channel gives news. That's what you're doing. So maybe you want to start a channel based off that, but I think you're going to have plenty to go down there and talk about, like a real job. You going down there, if you start a channel, you ain't monetized yet, let us know. We'll make sure we get you your 1,000 subscribers. We'll go subscribe, and you go get that content, and then give us something to watch so you could get your hours. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, it's a job. You making money going down there every day, because she said she's gonna be talking every day. She said because Trump gonna piss somebody off every day. She didn't say that, but she kind of did. But so I'm just keeping that in mind for people. I'm gonna be there. Yes, Felicia, you go to she said you go to the whitehouse.gov. I think it's /media or /new media, but I'm sure, like, if you Google the page or whatever, it'll come up. But you have to fill out information. That's it, of who you are, and then they'll send you a press pass. So when you come, you already got your press pass. They'll let you in, and you go there every day. And she giving a briefing, and she answers questions. So you might be the first to drop that news. You're gonna be the first to get it out there. You could go live while you there. You could do a live and just be playing a press conference. That's gonna bring in views because people want to see this stuff. So let's talk about something though that I talked about today, because it's gonna lead us into our conversation. I know y'all been waiting a while for us to have this conversation. Share this video, you guys. Subscribe if you have not hit that notification bell. Now, if you do not want to watch the commercials on YouTube, you can come over to MX Network, okay? And the link to get over to MX Network to get your subscription, we have free, we have paid. You can watch the live on your free subscription while we're live. Now, tomorrow, after that, you will not be able to watch it unless you have a paid subscription. Shout out to all the paid subscribers that support. And we do have a show Thursday, not tomorrow, that will be on MX Network. We will start on YouTube just to say, hey, everybody, and give y'all a chance to come over. But then we're going to cut it off on YouTube, and the whole show will be on MX Network, because we'll be talking about a topic they don't let us talk about over here, okay? We're going to be talking about the government and the games they be playing. And so they don't like those conversations and those topics. We're talking about MK Ultra and some other experiments and understanding what the government has done. So we'll get into that. But yeah, so come over to MX Network if you guys do not want to watch the commercials. But share this video. I know that there's a lot going on. This is probably not in the algorithms. It's not showing it to people because they're like, what you talking about holidays, girl? It's not even a holiday. This is not in the algorithms. If your shit don't say Trump right now, they not pushing it. So we're going to get into some good information though, right? So let's talk about what I want to talk about with Trump, because it's going to bring us right into what I want to talk about with these holidays, okay? Today I did a video about, Trump and him talking about tariffs and taxes, okay? So he's talking about, that he's going to remove, for lack of better words, he said it his own way, but basically talking about removing taxes and putting tariffs on people. And so some of y'all got y'all panties in a bunch. So I want to invite a bunch of y'all, like, to leave tonight. I'm not one of them content creators that's like finna be upset if y'all leave. Like any of my day ones, people been with me for a while, I've been on here for some years. I have a moment. You know what I'm saying? I do my little doom, 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 doom. We give you some time. Doom, 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 doom. We have a moment of silence. We will give you time to actually unsubscribe because I don't understand how grown people have such a problem. And I would tell you, for every person that was in the comment section, just mad, ignorant, ain't hearing nothing nobody got to say, I can click on y'all name and it showed me the comments that you left on my channel for the whole time that you've been subscribed to me. And every last one of y'all that was mad, talking junk, y'all been mad since I said something about Martin Luther King. So what you're really mad about is Martin Luther King, okay? So I would like to let y'all know y'all must be new to me. I hate when new people come over here. You've been following me for a couple months and you think you know me. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos. They're all on MX Network because my topics is what got me demonetized. I have not been monetized on YouTube for almost 4 years, okay, because of my conversation. Well, all those videos are over on MX Network in the vault, and you can go and watch all of my throwbacks, okay? But if you know me, you know that I've talked about Martin Luther King every damn year. This is like the 3rd year. So y'all come over here and act shocked, and then y'all say stupid stuff like, I used to really like you. You used to be talking real good, but now I gotta go. Something wrong with you now. Y'all talk to me like y'all really know me or something. You don't know me. You clearly don't know me. I had somebody in the comment section trying to tell me that what Trump is doing, I don't know what's going on, that this is leading us to universal income. Hold on, y'all watch this, because even though we're going to have less viewers tonight, I already know about the topic. I've been doing this long enough, but I don't care. My true ones that want to hear this knowledge are in here. So I know I can ask this to y'all. How funny y'all think this is? Somebody said to me today, I don't know what's going on. And if I just wait a little while, I'm going to find out that there's a universal, like, new world order that's getting ready to take place. And we about to all have universal income. Ain't that funny? Somebody trying to check me and tell me that? How long we been talking about universal income before Elon Musk ever opened his damn mouth to say something about it? How long we been talking about no matter what goes on in the government and who's in the White House, there's an ultimate agenda they have that no matter who the president is, none of that is going to ever stop what's coming, right? So I laugh. They be in there trying to school me because they don't know me. Spend a little time, get to know me. Stop, you know what I'm saying? Take me on a date. Stop trying to just take me to bed and then think you finna get something. You take your time. Calm down, y'all. Either calm down or get the fuck off my page, because you could go to your own channel, but y'all don't have any. So y'all like to leave paragraphs to get attention in mind. We're not doing that. So I have a little trick for y'all, for the grown people who don't like what I say and you have nothing but negative stuff to say every time I say something. I got a trick for y'all. Shout out to you, Walter. Thank you for that donation on MX Network. If you're like, where Walter? He on MX Network, because we got a chat over there too. So the funny thing is, right, on YouTube, I can hide you. And I've been hiding everybody. You keep talking junk, I just hide you. Boom. And you know what that means? You be in my chat and you be typing them 5 paragraphs or trying to talk crazy to me, and it'll pop up and you can see it, but nobody else see it. You invisible, baby. You a superhero. Look, I helped you be a superhero. You got invisible powers now, okay? So you don't even know who you is. But that's what I'm gonna start doing to y'all, because y'all too grown to be so bothered. You don't have to be here. Like, I don't watch anybody on YouTube and I don't like them. I watch their content. I'm like, oh, this not for me. Then I don't watch them no more. Like, it's as simple as that. What do y'all have for breakfast? What do you be smoking? I don't understand. We grown. Y'all be like 70 years old trying to go in on me like you want to fight me. You 70. Calm down. You will get beat up. Calm down. It's just a difference of opinion. My elders been coming at me lately. Y'all gotta calm down, okay? I'm 45. I'm almost 50. Leave me alone. We both kind of elderish. You know what I'm saying? I think if we fight, because y'all be making threats, you might lose. Calm down. Oh, man, okay? But in the conversation of the tariffs and the taxes, and even with the freeze today, right? One thing that I brought up in my video when I responded to the people in the comment section. So people were like, if you, now I'm going somewhere with this, y'all watch me. We're about to go down the rabbit hole now, okay? Somebody was like, well, you know, if he gets money from tariffs, because Trump is saying we're going to put tariffs on other countries and then we're not going to tax the American people. And so they said, well, you know, if he do tariffs, that just means the prices of our goods are going to go up. Okay. So I didn't say I will fight a senior. They be trying to fight me. I'm just saying, leave me alone. I'm kind of getting old my damn self. So, like, We too close to age for you to be talking to me like this. But he says if they put tariffs, the prices of goods are going to go up for us. And so that don't even make no sense. And I don't know what I'm talking about. That's neither here nor there. But this is the thing about the tariffs. If he gives tariffs, but he takes away income tax that you have to pay, what that does is actually give you the extra money to have to pay for the tariffs. Now, let's be clear. All presidents use tariffs. All of them do. Okay? So he can put tariffs on all these countries that he's been threatening them left and right. He's using tariffs like a burglar or a robber use a gun. He's like, what? You ain't gonna do what? Tariff. And they'd be like, okay. You ain't gonna what? Tariff. Okay, Trump, we give it in. Like Colombia, they said they was not coming to get, they didn't want their immigrants. They flew 2 planes over there. They stopped the planes and said, you can't bring them here. So Trump called them. I don't know if he called him on the cell phone or what, but he called him in the White House. He said, let me tell you something, bro. He said, I'm about to put some tariffs on y'all. And not only did they say, okay, we sorry, we will take our immigrants back. We're going to send our own planes and we'll pick them up ourselves. Wow, them tariffs is a pretty powerful bargaining tool. So presidents are going to use tariffs one way or another. Biden had tariffs, okay? Let's understand, Biden administration had tariffs on people too. But you pay taxes still when you go to work, do you not? You're going to pay them taxes, even if they got tariffs. You're going to pay taxes. So if Trump uses tariffs, but then he removes you as an American citizen for having to pay taxes, doesn't that give you more money in your pocket so you're not getting double hit? Because he could do tariffs, the price of goods going to go up that come in this country. You're going to have to spend more on the products and you still going to have to pay taxes. So it seemed like to me he's not trying to double hit you. But the one thing that I really want to point out that's going to play into tonight's conversation is taxes are not a choice. They're going to take it out your check. Uncle Sam, take that for he ever even hand you a check. They rob you and then give you your money, right? You have a choice on what products you buy. You have a choice. So if TVs go up because of tariffs, you could choose not to buy a TV. If a product goes up because of tariffs, you can choose not to buy that product. So you have a choice in the matter. All products people buy are not necessary. We're going to talk about that tonight because all this money you spend on holidays, baby, for what? We're going to talk about the real meanings behind them and why are you really spending? We're going to go over all of the main holidays. We're going to get into Juneteenth. We're going to start off with New Year's today because New Year's just got gone, right? But you have a choice. And that would be the difference. You don't have to buy that TV. And manufacturing come back to America and he manufactures some things here. If they drill, we get our oil from here. Guess what? Other things might go up from tariffs, but your gas going to be real cheap. Your energy going to go down. We already have the ability to bring back manufacturing cars right in Detroit. They still got Ford and Chrysler, got plenty of family members. They do their little small thing on the side. It's not a big company like it used to be, but that don't mean they can't revamp it. So if you buy your car here in America, you ain't getting hit with a tariff. You're actually getting it much cheaper because it's built right here. So if some things come back to America being built, you will also have other choices, right? So this is about choices. Right now, Trump has put a freeze on federal funding, grants, and loans. Now, a judge came in and overturned it and said you can't do that, right? But he said, but I'm trying to budget I'm trying to fix the budget. Y'all are spending so much money and the government wastes money that is unnecessary to be spent. So I need to put a freeze on something so I can look at it first. And this is his reasoning. So we're going to look at our budgets tonight and we're going to come at it from a perspective of the pressure that you have. So let me first start off with asking you this. How many of you grew up in the holidays that you celebrate in your home? How many of you were asked if you wanted to celebrate it or it's just something your family did? Because see, that's a tradition. And we're not going to get into religion tonight. Well, we are a little bit, right? But not from the perspective you might think, because religion plays something in these holidays. But a lot of you wasn't asked if you wanted to be a Christian, were you? You just woke up and you was. You was born and you was. You was getting christened and baptized and you was in your little dress and your pull up and you ain't even know. You was 5 and they like, yeah, girl, you got baptized when you was 2. It was so cute. Look at the pictures. Did nobody ask you if you want to celebrate Christmas, did they? So understand that these are traditions. Traditions have been ingrained in the family that came before you, your family members, and before them. But if you go far enough down the line, we find where did these actual traditions, right, and holidays come from. I want you to know that every holiday that we have is based on a ridiculous story that will actually be contradictory of your religious beliefs if you are a Christian. Or as a regular person, the question would be, why are we even celebrating this? And what is the real purpose? You think that is to enjoy your life with your family, have a good moment, have some fun. You do know you can do that without being told when and how to spend your money, without the pressure that holidays put on you. Do you not spend all your time, and maybe y'all don't, but I told my kids, and some of y'all in the chat and on this live have heard this before. You get told, don't follow the crowd. Well, if your friends jump off the bridge, is you going to jump off the bridge with them? Remember that? You going to jump off the bridge too? Well, we spend so much time telling our children to set themselves apart, not to be like everybody else, not to follow the crowd. Don't do what your friends do just because they're doing it. But then here come the holidays. And you feel like if you remove your children from celebrating these things, and it's not a religious thing, because of course we have Jehovah's Witnesses and people who don't celebrate holidays. I'm not talking about that. When you just simply say we're not participating in this, you have this pressure on you that makes you feel like if I do not have something under the tree for my children, I'm a bad parent. If I at least get them an Easter basket, I'm a bad parent. I got to do something. Where does that come from? You spend all your time telling your kids to set themselves apart, and then you are actually subconsciously teaching them we got to do what everybody else do because you feel less than, or better yet, you don't want your children to feel less than. You think they're going to feel less than or something wrong with them because they don't got what every other kid got in their household. But I thought that's why we don't let our kids go spend the night at everybody else's house, because we don't need to be like everybody else in their household. But when it comes to holidays, yes, you do. Now, I don't know about all of y'all, but I know it's a lot of y'all in this chat that if you like me when we grew up and when I had children, my mama did a lot and I did a lot. My mama will work overtime. How many of y'all work overtime just so that you can, somebody said, Michi, can we discuss something else? This is unnecessary. Sean, you about to get blocked. As moderators, do your thing. Anybody coming here saying something stupid, please block they behind. You don't get to tell me what to talk about, okay? Actually, what we're talking about is very necessary, okay? There's a ton of people talking about what Trump. I think I've talked about him a lot. Go to watch somebody else's page. Don't come here in my chat with that shit tonight. I'm not in the mood. I'm really not. So moderators, like on some Tupac shit, hit them up. Okay. If they come in here talking crazy, and I'm gonna tell you to remind yourself of this. If you don't mean any offense, be careful what you say. Because when my moderators get to shooting you up and they get to blocking folks, sometimes you will say the wrong thing and they take it the wrong way, and then they'll block you, and then you emailing me talking about Michi, why they blocking me? I didn't say nothing wrong to you. So I guess everybody should watch their mouth a little bit tonight. If Sean breathe in the chat one more time, block his ass. Okay? And all of y'all who think you're going to give me super chats just to insult me, baby, you can't. I'm not sold out like MLK. You can't buy me. You think because you give me a super chat, I'm supposed to agree with you and kiss your ass? I would gladly take your super chat and still cut your ass out. Thank you for the $10, but fuck you and your mama, okay? So we're not going to do that tonight, okay? Cam, I ain't gonna explain the freeze right now. I won't be live tomorrow. I will do a video on the freeze though, that Trump did. I will do a video about it and post it tomorrow in my video section. So again, y'all have all of this pressure to feel like you got to do something. How many of y'all have worked overtime just to give your kids the holiday? A lot of us have. You ran up your credit cards. You went and got payday loans just so that you could participate in a holiday. And I will have you to ask yourself while we're having this conversation tonight, why was this holiday so damn important to you? That you had to put yourself in debt. You had to work extra time and stay away from your kids. Now, a lot of y'all gonna say, Michi, I don't do that no more, but it's something that still do. So I'm gonna tell you, if your kids are watching and you're not ready for them to know there's no Santa Claus, then it's probably too late because I just said it. They shouldn't be in the room if you want to keep lying to them. But another thing, if you're going to celebrate Christmas as one of these holidays, or even Easter, where there's a fictitious character that comes along and you give them the credit, please stop giving a white man the credit okay, for your hard work. At least if you're going to buy your kids gifts, stop trying to tell them somebody else gave them those gifts. At least let your child see you as the hero. Okay? Mama worked hard for this. Daddy worked hard for this. They gave this to me. And let them look at you with that gleam in their eye that you're the hero that went out and bought them their favorite toy, that you worked extra to get them what they had. They'll respect it a little bit more. Stop working hard and then giving away. That's what we did when I was growing up. A lot of people don't do that anymore, but there are still people who do that. So if you do that, I'm talking to you. Okay? Maybe you got family members who do this. They ain't watching, but you want to send in this video on the slides. They don't watch this around the kids, girl. But if you're going to do that, at least allow yourself to be the one that your child cherishes in their eyes. Stop writing Santa on the damn package. Santa ain't about this shit. Mom worked hard for this. Dad worked hard for this. We worked, mama couldn't be home them couple of nights while I was working hard to make some more money. But baby, I know you've been wanting this. I got you the PlayStation 5. I did. Okay? Stop giving the damn credit away to some fictitious thing. But let's start, you guys, with the reason why y'all actually celebrate these holidays. For everybody that's in here, you angry at Trump and you angry at the government. I'm angry at the government too. I get it. Know that this is all capitalism. And what you're going to find is that every single month there's a holiday. It's a holiday. And then when it's not a holiday, it's somebody's birthday or something going on so they can constantly keep you spending. So if we're going to be worried about where we are, eggs are up, the prices is high, maybe we need to look at our budgets in our life and what we spend and realize that this shit is unnecessary. And maybe we should cut back. Now, before I get into New Year's, because that's where we're going to start, I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. We talk about freedom and wanting to be free from a lot of things. I've experienced freedom one time in my life that made me understand what true freedom felt like. Now, brothers, you may not know this, but sisters, y'all can probably relate to this because as you are in the home, you're the one to do it the most. Now, men, this may be you too, depending on where your position is. But as a mother of 5 children that were little kids at one point, I used to, for every holiday, make sure that everything was decorated when they came home from school. My husband came home from work. I'm the one that decorated the house so that it will be all dressed up when they got home. I am the one that had to stay up later and put together all of the toys and wrap them up. Because if your kids was like mine, they could just shake the box and be like, oh my God, this is an iPhone 1. It sounds like it's pink. Give me this damn box. They just knew what everything was you was giving them. So I got to wait till the day, Christmas Eve, to put it underneath the tree, right? But not only that, we got to start the food the night before. When we get up the next morning, we watch everybody open their presents. We got to clean up all the wrappings because they playing with their stuff. Then you got to go have your cup of coffee, and then you got to get back to cooking. You got family that's coming over, but you in the kitchen slaving, getting everything done. When you are living on a budget, you talk about last minute things that you need, whether it's Easter or whatever holiday, or trying to get your kids a costume on Halloween. But because you live in paycheck to paycheck, you just got paid 2 days before Halloween. So now you're at the store trying to find them a costume that ain't really what they want, but you want to get them something. And so you in the store with everybody else at the last minute, they picking all the last minute stuff off the shelves. You in these long lines waiting for the last minute stuff after your day already been stressful. Holidays, I felt like were my obligation. I never really understood how much they stressed me out because this is just what we do. I watched my mother do it, so then I grew up to do it, and I was like, this is what I do. But I will never forget, in 2015, I came to my children and I said, I was becoming more woke, right? And I understood what I'm explaining to you guys tonight, and I said, we're not going to celebrate Thanksgiving. What y'all think about that? Can we not celebrate Thanksgiving? Would that be okay with y'all? Like, we're going to eat, and we'll get into how you can still celebrate. No, I celebrate all the time. I'm not telling you not to celebrate or ever be with your family. That's not what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you how you go about being free from this, okay? So I said to them, and surprisingly, my kids was like, that's fine, Mom. It's okay with us. They was a little bit more teenagers. They had all their little fun. They didn't care nothing about that. They said, it's fine, Mom. But I went into, this is what Thanksgiving is really about. Why do we got to do that? So we still ate dinner that night, but I didn't go slave and go get the turkey. We didn't have the candy yams. We didn't have the baked mac and cheese. I didn't make 3 different damn desserts. I didn't go through doing all of that. I think we had spaghetti. I just cooked dinner like it was a regular day, but we still sat down and enjoyed each other's time. Okay. But let me tell you something. It wasn't until Easter came that year. I know it was Easter because I stopped celebrating holidays. And because I've worked from home for a very long time, I'm an entrepreneur, and my children are homeschooled. So I don't go out every day and punch a clock to remind me what day it is. I don't watch TV. So at the same time, I stopped watching TV at the same time, stopped celebrating holidays, and started working for myself. I did all of that in the same year, 2015. So I'm not watching TV, so the news is not reminding me what day it is. I'm not watching, so all that propaganda is not feeding my mind, telling me, oh, it's a holiday, right? So at the end of the day, my kids are not going to school. They're not coming back with pieces of paper with the date they writing on their school. I don't got to remember it's Monday, Tuesday, oh, today, Friday. So, oh, mom, we don't go to school because Easter, we got Monday off. I had none of those social reminders. So I forget that it's Easter. I used to be a Christian. I used to be a pastor. So Easter, we had to go and get the costume. I mean, the new suit. You had to have a new suit to go to church. You know what I'm saying? You could be fly in church. You know, you had to do the Easter eggs and the baskets and the gifts and stuff for the kids. So I go into the store, but I'm not going for the holiday. I don't even remember that it's Easter. And I get in the store and I see the leftover Easter baskets, and it's some women in the store and they trying to get the last minute stuff. And ain't really nothing left. It's just what's there. You can get this and that's it. You don't really have a big variety. We down to the day before. I was going in there to get like some bread, and I think I needed some butter. I needed like 3 different things. And I saw all of these people scrounging through the last minute shit on the shelf. I saw all these people standing in a long line waiting to check out. Okay, because this wasn't when we had our own self checkout. They was waiting to check out. We had one self checkout, and we had the small line where you had to have 10 items or less. I didn't have to go down the aisle where them baskets was. And the fact that I could walk past it for the first time ever, it was a relief to me. I got my stuff. And I was in and out of that store. I walked past everybody in them long ass lines. I went and paid for my bread and for my butter. And I got my car, and I was back in my car in 15 minutes. It was in that moment I was like, damn, I feel free as hell. And it wasn't until I saw all of them women in the store in the same position that I had been in, all the men running around, they trying to get last minute stuff. They stressing over the 2 turkeys, the 2 hams that's left, and they don't like what's there, but they got to take what's there. It brought back all of that shit. And in that moment, I sat in my car and I was like, they stressed me the fuck out. I was always working. I never enjoyed the holidays. My glory was I made everybody else's day good. I made sure the kids was happy. I made sure all the guests was happy. I cooked all the food. Y'all have cooked Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner, and you in the kitchen and you've been slaving so long. Everybody else getting their sip on. They out there chilling. They wait for dinner to be ready. You in the kitchen cooking. By the time dinner done, you don't even want to eat. You just tired. You ready for everybody to go home so you can go to bed. You want them to get the hell out your house. I don't know about you, but that's how I used to feel because I was the host. It was my house. It was my family. They was my kids. I'm the woman. I'm the wife. It was my job to be the host. That's what I did. That shit was stressful. Not having to abide by something all my life. I've been told this is what I got to do. And I was able to just live life and walk through that and not have to deal with any of that anymore. It wasn't until I didn't have to do it, but I saw other people in the position I used to be in that I said, damn, I got more money in my bank account. And they about to be stressed and cooking all day. I was about to make some, I don't know, some cheeseburgers. I went home and made whatever we was making for that night. And I have a bunch of steak and ass old boiled eggs all around my house. And I was free. Y'all don't understand sometimes when you're conditioned, you can be enslaved to a mindset that this government and all kind of things will put on y'all. It's unnecessary to celebrate these holidays. So let's talk about the New Year's, y'all. Why do we celebrate New Year's? Because they told you to. It's not the new year. Somebody said report illegals. Yeah, so that's the report illegal number. We're going to have that up there every show now. If they making too much noise next door, you just see a couple walking down the street or whatever, call them. Tell them it's the Tren de Aragua. They right outside. Now, they might not be Tren de Aragua, but they going to come fast. And then when they get there, if they find out they illegals, they going to take them anyway because they already there. So this number is going to be on my show, on the show for until Trump and his press secretary come and say, everybody, They're all gone. So now we can work on the next thing. I'm going to keep this number up here every show, okay? So that's why it's there. New Year's is not the new year. It is the middle of winter and everything is dead. Now, some of y'all might not understand this to this extent, and you do not have to take the energy or the spirituality of it. And when I say spirituality, you can be religious, you can be in Christianity and all of that stuff too, and you can still understand what I'm saying. A lot of times, everybody goes and make a New Year's resolution because you were told to do that by who? Capitalism. So you feel you need to do it because you've been conditioned that this is the new year. This is the time for you to do what you need to do. This is the time to get what you got to get done. But the energy, period, in the universe, in your outside, is saying it's not the time for newness. It's not. Spring is the new year. That is when everything comes back to life, and you will find the energy within the atmosphere will actually work better for you at that time when you call yourself creating new things. Why do you think, fact is, statistically, people that start a New Year's resolution, by the end of January, they've already failed because you didn't do it because you wanted to do it. You did it because you was conditioned and pressured to feel like this is the time of year I got to do it. And for some reason, you thought just because the government told you and capitalism told you it's New Year's, you thought that was going to automatically meant that you was going to achieve some goals and that shit was going to get done. Let me tell you something. You'd have had a better chance telling yourself, I'm going to wake up with a made up mind back in November and started your shit, and you would have been good to go long before January got here. That's when you really meet your goals, when you wake up with a made up mind. Not, right? Not when capitalism tells you this is the time to spend money. And I want y'all to see how they hit us at the end of the year. Do you know why they're hitting us? We got Thanksgiving. Soon as Thanksgiving over, they go right into Black Friday. Then they go into Christmas. And damn, before I could even catch my breath, here come New Year's. God forbid you got some children who got birthdays in November, December, or January. I feel sorry for you, and I used to feel sorry for me. I have two sons that are born in November, and then I have a daughter that is born the 2nd of December. Yeah, them last couple of months was hard on me, okay, financially. But you know why they do that, right? It's capitalism. They're coming to the end of the year. The year is closing out. They have taxes. It's the last quarter. They need to make all the money they can make. This is why they do it. But they understand that human beings run on emotion. So if they can condition you to believe something and you are attached to the emotion behind it, you will more likely fall in line with it, even if you're spending your last dollar working overtime or going into debt for it. This is really why you celebrate so much. You see these holidays come around every month, every other month, but at the end of the year, they hit your ass with the biggest holidays. Boom, 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 boom. Why? Because businesses are trying to make as much as they can before they get to that fourth quarter and it's over before we start a new year. Why? At December, it's over. Ain't that when you get them W-2s? Ain't that when business is done with business and then boom, we go into a new year? So that January being new year is all about new year according to business. Because spiritual-wise, if you celebrate these practices for religious reasons, the new year is in spring. That is when things come alive. In January, everything dead as hell. The winter don't even hit us until February. But y'all want to know how much people spend on New Year's? Because for as much as we talk about we're hurting, I know that eggs are high price. I got my notes because every year change. I got the numbers just as of this New Year's, right? So the price of eggs is up. Some of y'all struggling. Y'all can't pay your bills. I would try to instill in you to let holidays go. It's a fourth way of feeling like you got to spend your money. And then you feel so bad. You know how many people take their lives or be depressed during Thanksgiving and Christmas because they're like, this is the time with your family. Why would you let the government tell you when you can spend time with your family? Baby, you could go and sip some iced tea with your grandma in June on a Tuesday on your day off. Why do you have to wait until the holidays? You can get together with your family at somebody's house on a Sunday when everybody is off and have dinner at Big Mama's house, and it's February. Stop letting these people dictate to us when we can love, spend time with our family, and celebrate things and buy them presents, because that's essentially what they're doing. For New Year's, we spend $100 billion on New Year's. 50 billion is spent on traveling to go somewhere. 15 billion is spent on partying. 12 billion is spent on alcohol and food. There is $1 billion spent on fireworks alone. And there is $7 billion spent every single year in this country on your so-called New Year's resolution. When we stop and we think even about talking about tariffs being on, well, Trump put tariffs on these countries, the products that come in here gonna cost a lot of money. You could probably afford what you need. You could afford your food throughout the year. You could afford your gas throughout the year. You could afford the things you need if you cut out the shit you don't need. You don't need to spend money on New Year's. Why? Give your pockets a break. You just spent money on Thanksgiving and Christmas. So New Year's, there is no story behind New Year's other than the fact that a lot of these holidays come from Roman and Greek traditions, just so that you will know. We're going to get into those when we get there. And so this is based on a Roman calendar, but it is also based on the fact that, again, business, it's the end of the year, it's the fourth quarter. That's why they do this to you. And then they want to hit the next year's first quarter running. This is why they give you New Year's. Okay? And a lot of y'all spend part of that money to celebrate New Year's. You spend it at the end of the other year because New Year's Eve comes in, so you've already paid for your travel. You already got the liquor. Where you at, where you're going to party. Where most of the money in January is spent is on your New Year's resolutions. The travel, the tickets, the partying, all that has already been bought in December to get ready for New Year's Eve the night before. But in January, we will spend $7 billion on it's time for me to get my life together. Do you know that majority of people that make New Year's resolutions by the end of January, they are not actually doing it anymore because it's a contrived thing. You have been convinced you need to do this right now, even if you haven't convinced yourself. And nothing makes you do anything other than a made up mind. The commercials hyped you up. The holiday hyped you up. All of the products hyped you up. But you wasn't really ready inside. That's why on January 1st, the gyms are packed. But by January 20th, don't worry. It'll be 10 treadmills and there'll only be 2 people on 2 of them. Give it to the end of January. That is a fact. So you waste your money because you've been deceived into starting something that you wasn't even ready to start. If you really want to make yourself better and be a better you can start that today. Today. It's January 28th. You can start that any day. Because money and propaganda is not going to make you change. The only thing that's going to make you change, it's only one thing and it costs you nothing. It's called a made up mind. That's when it works. So that's January. But we're going to go backwards because I could go forward from there. But let's go backwards. Let's go to the next biggest selling holiday, which would be Christmas. Look, Erica, no. Yeah, we're talking about Janice, right? and look, that is the name of a god. So let me say this to all of you religious people who are Christians and everything else. January is named after a god, like a Greek or Roman god. These mythical gods and goddesses. So if you're a Christian, these are all pagan. And according to your religion, you should not be celebrating any of this because it goes against everything you believe in, even Christmas. So Christmas is the next biggest holiday. But before we get into how much we spend, let's just talk about Christmas. Why do you celebrate Christmas? I used to celebrate Christmas because I was told that that was Jesus's birthday. And I was supposed to give gifts and eat food and celebrate because we were celebrating Jesus's birthday. Christmas has nothing at all to do with Jesus. Nothing. Santa Claus is themed after a Greek bishop who used to be generous to children, giving them toys. I know they told you, some story about the gifts that was given to him by the 3 wise men, but that's not where Christmas comes from. That's not the truth. And then, even if you do celebrate that as Jesus' birthday, what do you need a Christmas tree for? What does a tree have to do with Jesus? What do all the lights that you put on a tree have to do with anything? What does that big ass snow globe in your front yard that you got from Home Depot for $120, what does that have to do with Jesus? You notice that a long time ago they stopped saying Merry Christmas. What do they say now? Happy holidays. They don't even, some people don't even like when you tell them Christmas because they say, I don't believe in Christmas. So people celebrate Christmas even if they don't believe in Christ, but y'all try to tell yourselves the name means it's Jesus' birthday. It's not Jesus' birthday, but even if it was, then what you need to do is get a cake, put some candles on it, and sing happy birthday to you and sing it to Jesus, blow the candles out, have a little cake, and sit the fuck down because Jesus can't accept no gifts you giving him. There's no better gift to give Jesus than to walk in your righteousness. You gave your life to Jesus. That's the best gift you could give him. And if you sinning, then just ask for forgiveness and be better tomorrow. That's the best gift you could give. Jesus don't need no ties. He don't need no new cufflinks. He don't need no gaiters for you to wear on Sunday to go to church. None of that. Do y'all know where Santa Claus comes from? Because the character of Santa Claus, again, was a Greek bishop. But he didn't have a face to him until people started to give him a face. Do you know who gave him his first face? Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola gave him his first face. They put the white man on there with the red outfit on, with the big white beard, because it went with the colors of their company. They gave Santa Claus a face. Coca-Cola. They did it in the 1930s. If you celebrate Christmas because of Jesus, you're going against everything you believe in, and you should not be celebrating Christmas. None of the elements of Christmas have anything to do with Jesus, and it is a pagan holiday. And if you look it up, it'll tell you to your face that it's a pagan holiday. And on this pagan holiday, just so you can stress yourself out, buy your kids a bunch of gifts, go into debt, feel bad if you can't afford nothing for your kids. If you're in the hood right now, or your money is tight for you, or as a parent, I just want to tell you, don't feel bad if you can't buy your kids a bunch of stuff. Matter of fact, stop doing that and participating. Take the pressure off of you. You need to, your kids might be upset in the first place, but I'm going to tell you in a minute how me and my kids got around that, right? Because it's not like my kids don't ever get anything. But how many of us, when we was broke, I remember my mother did this and I did this too. Like, your kids need some new shoes, and the ones they got is cool, but Christmas about to come. So I can't buy you no shoes right now and give you something in 3 weeks for Christmas. So I'm gonna buy the shoes and put them under the tree. I'm gonna get you some new socks. How many of us got new socks and drawers and stuff for Christmas? We know we needed that shit long before Christmas. But you will make your children wait for the stuff that they need, and you should be able to just give it to them the day you buy it, but you hold on to it and hide it for 3 weeks. So you have something to give them for Christmas. When we was broke, sometimes we took the gloves and the hat and the socks and the new boots, and it's been snowing outside. They've been needed that shit, but we're going to put it under the tree so we feel like we're giving them something. So now you withhold things your children need that you actually have the ability to buy, but you're making them wait to get it so you can fall in line with the holiday. Now, if y'all thought $100 billion was a lot on New Year's, you're never going to believe what we spend in America on Christmas. $900 billion. Shit, another 100 million, we'll be at 1 trillion. And we have spent $1 trillion on Christmas before. These are the numbers from last Christmas. And I want y'all to hear this. Like, it's amazing because even when we're having a hard time in the economy, I want y'all to know that these numbers don't go down. We can be struggling in the economy, and Americans can be broke, and you can be poor, and we can be destitute. But We will celebrate these holidays. You know why? Because we tell ourselves life is so hard right now. If I could just celebrate this holiday, it'll make me feel normal for the moment. You know, I'm happy that I can do this. Life ain't that good, but if I could give my kids a good Christmas, at least we can have one day good together. And then you putting yourself in all this debt that stresses you down the road. $900 billion. You know, we can do $1 billion. You wouldn't be worried about the price of eggs if you did. There's a holiday every goddamn month, it seems like. So if you cut out holidays, you will find extra money to not have to stress about the stuff that you need. Your car note, your gas, food in your refrigerator, roof over your head. And then when you have the extra money, even if it's in March, it don't matter if it's in July. You can buy your kids what they need. You can celebrate when you have the money to do so, not under the pressure of the economy telling you to do so. $900 billion on Christmas. They say the average household spends $1,500. But if you know math and you understand how averages work, they take the highest number and the lowest number and they bring it together and give you what's in the middle. So some people spend $1,500, but I'm from the hood. $1,500 in my household, that was a lot of money to spend in 1 month on top of paying my mortgage note, paying for my car note, then buying groceries and paying the electric bill and everything else. $1,500 is rent. We paying rent twice in December, just for 4-5 days later for it to be January 1st. So how much do you really spend in December? Because that's what you spend for Christmas. But don't forget, you spending money for New Year's in December too. So if you cut out Christmas, you could save yourself on average $1,500 in the month of December. I think y'all could use that and you could put it somewhere else. I think you'd be more less stressed in your life if you decided to do that. I know. Let's go to the favorite. Let's go to the favorite. So remember, Christmas is a Greek, based on Greek holidays. Now, if you're a Black person in here and you listening to me, we always talk about, you know, even with the civil rights, you know what I'm saying? Why we always trying to be like the white people? Why I think it's time you let their white holidays go, because don't none of these holidays go back to Africa. I'ma just tell you that. Don't none of them go back to now Black country, nowhere. One of them do actually go back to Blackness when we get there, but it is representation of celebrating a man that actually committed genocide against a group of Black people. And as Black Americans, we don't really celebrate this holiday much when we get there, but people do. Some of y'all do, okay? But $900 billion for Christmas to celebrate a Greek holiday that's pagan when it comes to you being a Christian, spending all of this money for what? When you bought your kids them new snow boots on December the 1st, you could have just gave them to them on December the 1st. See, that's part of it. Me and my kids, I just say that now. That's what people say, well, Michi, if you don't celebrate none of these holidays, when do you ever celebrate? Whenever my child needs something, we just get it when he needs it. It's Tuesday. Baby, them shoes getting little on you. You need some new ones? Okay, well, we're going to go to the mall on Saturday and go get you some shoes. And he's happy because I didn't make him wait till the holiday that was coming up to get them. Whenever I want to get together with my family, we just get together and we spend time with each other when it's convenient for the whole family, so nobody is stressing about taking off or having to travel. We do it when it's convenient for us. We celebrate all kinds of stuff. My children have great achievements, and I say, oh my God, we go out to dinner tonight. Oh, I'm going to cook you your favorite dinner today. Baby, I'm so proud of you, what you did. You just got finished graduating from that. My son is making a project. He's in there working on something really great. He done been to science fair. When he come from them science fairs, I'm so proud of him for what he did. So guess what we do? We celebrate his achievements. We celebrate things that have meaning to us. So my kids celebrate. My family celebrates. They get things they need when they need them. They get gifts because I just want to show you I love you today. So I don't want you to think because I don't celebrate holidays that we don't celebrate. I do, but I do it on my own damn terms, in my own time, and based on my own pockets. Nobody forces me into doing shit when they want me to do it, because capitalism want me to pay them. Thanksgiving? Why do you celebrate Thanksgiving? This one ought to be like obvious to everybody, y'all. Come on. Now we all know the history of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. We talk about immigrants. So somebody said talk about something else. It's a lot going on. You see the number on the screen. If they had a number like this before Thanksgiving, it might have been different. We might have been. If there was a report these illegals back for Thanksgiving, the very first Thanksgiving, that should be a whole lot different. Are we really celebrating? That's the condition we are. We're celebrating the same people that came over here and then took the land from the natives that were here. Many of us as Black people, we talk about the fact that we're the Native Americans and that Native Americans were actually Black. They weren't the $5 Indians you see now. So they came over here. The people that were here welcomed them to come in, and they took their stuff. They acted like they want to be their friends. They sat down with their ass, and then they slaughtered them. They took their land. They raped up their women, and they took all of their stuff. And then they said, okay, and now that we got the land, let's then get some slaves from some other places, as well as the people that's here. Let's enslave them, and let's build a land here called America. Why are you celebrating that? I mean, I don't know. Do y'all want to celebrate George Floyd? Not his life. Like on the day he got killed, y'all want to be celebrating. Oh, this is it. Yeah. And we're not gonna call it George Floyd Day. We're gonna call it, we're gonna make it seem like him and the policeman was friends and it brought them together. Why would we celebrate tragedy and turn it into something good when we know that that's the very foundation of how this country got built, how it got started, and this is what we celebrate? Why? Thanksgiving, we spend $70 billion. And to me, $70 billion is a lot. Because Thanksgiving is not necessarily a gift-giving holiday. Right? So on New Year's, you got like traveling. Of course, Thanksgiving, you got traveling, but you have like fireworks. You have all these New Year's resolutions. On Christmas, you got presents and stuff. $70 billion on food. $30 billion on travel. And then check this out. This is not included in Christmas holiday. This is included in Thanksgiving. So you might say this is part of Christmas, but they consider it part of Thanksgiving. On Black Friday, we spend $100 billion. Let that sink in. Because now I'm going to take you down the rabbit hole a little bit, and we're going to take a little detour that's still going to be about the rabbit hole, and then we'll come back out of it and come back to the holidays. Now, when you spend $100 billion on Black Friday, now that is in America, all that money is not yours, but I want you to know that in the Black community that we spend billions of dollars ourselves. Several billion of them come just from us. Now, when I say to you, if you are tired of the injustice or if you are tired of shit that people are doing to us, I keep telling y'all, just boycott Black Friday. Do not celebrate Thanksgiving. Do not celebrate Black Friday. Stay home. Don't buy shit. Don't go nowhere. Just for your freedom, just don't do nothing. You ain't got to fight. You ain't got to go to a picket line. You ain't got to get a bullhorn. Just stay in the damn bed. You will hurt the stock market if you don't go outside and participate in Black Friday. This is where your power is. And if you see the type of money that's being spent, imagine if Black people, and I know we're all not going to do this, but let's just say we got enough of us, half of us to get together and just say, damn, all of these holidays and we don't spend nothing on. They will be talking about us on the news across the world because the stock market will be affected. So many people will be affected by that. It wouldn't just be here. You would hear about it in the news. You wouldn't have to go outside, march, protest, or do nothing. The news will start reporting this year sales are down. Black people are protesting the holiday, and it has actually caused the stock market to drop. Businesses left and right have had their points going down. You don't have to do shit. You will sit at home, and they're going to be talking about what you done did. Boycotting these holidays are a very powerful thing because if you understand this is capitalism, this is where you hit the businesses where it counts. You don't wait till somebody get upset about a fake ass DEI that don't affect black people, then you want to boycott Target now. You can shop at Target all year long. Just don't go there on the holidays. Don't buy nothing. And let me say something else to y'all about don't buy nothing, right? So people will say, well, on Thanksgiving, that's like when I'm off and my family is off. I get that. That's when a lot of people are off and they can spend time together. So by all means, please spend time with your family because you're off. A lot of y'all got to go to work. A lot of y'all in the rat race. And it's the one time that you can be off and everybody is off at the same time. So maybe it's hard to get together with all of your family aside from that. So what I need you to do is stay away from the end caps. What are end caps? When you go into the store and you go into Walmart or Target, you have aisles. On the end of the aisle is all of, notice how on the end aisle is all of the stuff that's in season. So when it's Christmas, it's stuff on the end caps. When they want to sell Christmas stuff, when you go to the grocery aisle, if you go to the bread aisle right now, you have to go look for the rolls there with the rest of them. For Thanksgiving and Christmas, all of those rolls are on the end cap, so it's easy for you to find. You can go to Walmart right now and buy a ham or a turkey, but they make it real accessible to you when it's the holidays because they know that's what you're looking for. So just stay away from the end caps. Get with your family, but don't eat a ham, a turkey, no cranberry sauce. You could do it another time. Eat all the other shit, but what they have pumped into the store just for you to buy for that holiday. Eat some cheeseburgers. Do not buy the stuff they have set up for the holiday. That's how you do that. You stay away from the stuff because they're going to order extra because it's the holiday. This is what everybody wants. So we know we're going to sell this much. We're going to put it in here. Let them get to Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving over and it's the next day. And these niggas still got 300 turkeys sitting in the freezer. You can still get with your family. I'm not telling you not to spend time with your family. I'm telling you to do it different. Because they're not selling you the holiday. They're conditioning you to the holiday so they can sell you the items that come along with the holiday. That's what they're selling you, the items. So reject the items and embrace the time with your family. That's what you need to do. Okay? That's how you get around that. Thanksgiving come, I still have to spend time with my family, be all kind of people they off. Hey, what you doing? I'm coming over today. You cooking? I mean, I'm not cooking like that. That is not a Thanksgiving. If I'm cooking dinner, if you want to come eat with us, I got some short ribs in the crock pot and I'm making some mashed potatoes. You can come over. I forget that it's holidays, only the major ones. I know it's Thanksgiving. I know it's Christmas because it's so big, everything's closing. You know that. But all these other holidays and New Year's, other than that, I don't be knowing what damn day it is. I be like, oh, damn, it is Halloween when somebody knock on my motherfucking door. And you know what I do? I turn off the porch light after I tell them I don't got no candy. Don't nobody else come back over here. I forgot it was Halloween. Turn off the damn porch light. Where should we go next? Let's go to Halloween. We're going backwards. Let's go to Halloween. Now, let's talk about Halloween. Halloween has a long history that has like that telephone game. You know how you whisper in somebody's ear one thing and then they whisper to the next person, and by the time you get down the line, they yell out what you said and it's something completely different than what it started with. Well, it started off once again with some Greek stuff, some Roman stuff, and it had everything to do with when the winter time came. They felt like on that day that there was this thin veil between the dead and the living, and so they would then dress up, oftentimes in animal skins, to cover themselves so that the spirits would not know that you know who they were. So it was like to confuse the spirits. So they felt that it was like the Day of the Dead, and the dead would be alive at that time, and they would walk the earth. And it happened on this cold day when it got cold. You know, like Halloween, if you lucky, it's still a little bit nice, so your kids don't got to wear a coat when they wear their costume. But that's when the seasons start to change and it starts to get a little colder where everybody is if you have cold weather where you are, right? And so that's usually the determining factor. After Halloween, boom, you need a coat to go outside. Before that, you might be good. So it was a point where it would be wintertime, and this was the night where they said that it was a thin veil and that the spirits will come out from the grave in the cemetery, and that they will put these animal skins on to disguise themselves so that the spirits will not recognize them and get them. Like, this is the ridiculousness that this started with. And then it turned into, over the decades, now this is a holiday that actually belongs to Christians, which I find really interesting. I don't know if you do. This actually belongs to Christians. But I see a lot of Christians say that we don't celebrate Halloween because it's evil and it's the devil and it's do. Well, All Saints Day is a Christian thing. And it was to honor the dead. That's what it was for, to honor the dead. But I don't see nobody that's a Christian. I don't ever see y'all honor y'all dead. Y'all cry when they go to the funeral home, and then after that, you just keep talking to Jesus. It's amazing to me how y'all be like, my mama, you know, when she passed away, I went home and I knew my mama was at the house. Like, I was sad, I was crying. It felt like she was touching my face and I could smell her perfume. I knew my mama was with me. And then somehow you think your mama just came to visit you right before she went off to heaven. Why you don't ever talk to your mom? And maybe somebody on the live need to hear that. Like, your mom is with you. Just like she came and visited you right after she passed away and you could feel her energy. She's still there, but you won't acknowledge her. That's why you don't feel her. See, because also Halloween goes back to, see, this is the funny thing. Halloween is supposed to be about the Day of the Dead when you talk about Christianity and honoring dead people. But then there's a week after that that leads up into the week of Halloween for other religions like Santeria, which they take a piece of Ifa that actually goes back to African spirituality, right? Which is about honoring your ancestors and everybody for the whole week. Honoring the dead. Maybe if you acknowledge your loved ones, you would realize they are still there with you. They are walking with you in ways that they never could in the flesh, and they could still love you and assist you and be with you even in their spiritual body. And not to go into a spiritual thing, but I do want to explain this for a moment, because it shows how pagan Halloween really is. And if you're not going to use it for the right reasons, when I get finished telling you how much we spend on a fucking candy party, it's stupidity. So if you're not going to use it to honor the dead, then why are you doing it other than to feed capitalism? And if you're going to honor the dead, you don't need any of the things that capitalism tells you to buy. But I want to point out something to y'all. We call people that die dead. Follow me for a moment. What makes your body live? And when it's gone, you dead. Your spirit is the thing that keeps your body alive. Am I right or am I wrong? No matter what religion you are, is your spirit not the thing that gives your body life? When your spirit leaves your body is now dead. But the very thing that makes you live is what you call dead. I want y'all to think about that. Think about that. The very thing that gives you life, that is alive, when it leaves your body, you don't have life anymore. You're the thing that's dead, your body. But you call the energy of life that's within you, when it leaves you, you call that thing dead. Baby, it is very much alive. It's what gave your ass life. But as soon as it leaves somebody, you sit and act like it don't exist anymore because they're not in the body. You miss out on so much ability to honor your loved ones, walk with your ancestors, and have them whoop somebody's ass for doing you wrong. Because see, your ancestors ain't held to this Jesus standard. All you do is commune with Jesus, and you'll tell yourself, oh, well, if the more you commune with the Lord, he'll talk to you and he'll be there with you. I can feel Jesus now. Well, shit, why you don't want to feel your family members? Why you don't want to commune with them? Why you don't want to talk to them? Your ass to go to church, talk about some holy water and put some oil on your head, but you won't pour some libations for your ancestors. That's evil. That's evil to get them an offering, but you give an offering all day long to Jesus. You go to church and you do rituals that are cannibalistic. You eat the body and the blood of Christ. You are pretending to eat their body and take it inside of you. That is a ritual, baby. It's a cannibalistic ritual. You will get filled with the Holy Ghost, which is a possession. When you hear people talk about spirituality and they say that they are giving an offering to their ancestors or they do rituals, they're evil. I don't do rituals that I'm pretending to eat somebody's body and blood. Those are the kind of rituals that I do. Even the Christianity that you guys have is stolen for the part of it that does make sense. You call on Jesus and you get the Holy Ghost. And this is going down the rabbit hole a little bit because we are on holidays. But since we're here about the dead, the living dead and honoring the dead for Halloween, let's go there. You will call on Jesus and say you want to be filled with the Holy Ghost. Why? Because the Holy Ghost gives you what? The power and the ability to be like Jesus, to be loving, to be this, to be that. So what makes you think that Jesus is the only energy that's in the atmosphere? Why do you think people are evil? If I'm getting ready to go to war, you don't think I should call on the energy of war? There's a lot of energies out there. So when you watch people of other religions and Ifa and voodoo and things of that nature, you call it evil because it doesn't come from the thing that you believe in. But everything you do in Christianity, you actually got from these other places. You look to one energy. How about some of us look to all energies and we go seek the energy that is sufficient for whatever it is that we need? So I don't celebrate Halloween, but I damn sure honor my ancestors. And they walk with me. And they will fuck you up if you fuck with me. Because they ain't held to Jesus standards. Their job is to walk with me and make sure that I carry out the thing that my ancestors were supposed to do. And now it's my job to finish what I got to do. But I'm talking about my ancestors, the people that are related to me. We don't have the same ancestors. None of us do. And they walk with me. And I don't wait till Halloween to honor them. And I come from a line of gangsters. So just because they in the spirit don't mean that they done all of a sudden turn what you consider holy. I don't call on Jesus to fight my battle. I send my ancestors to whoop your ass. Flip your car, put cancer in your body. And when people say, oh my God, you do all of that, no, what I actually do is send back to you any energy you've tried to send to me. And if you come for me and then I turn around and see that your ass about to die, I think to myself, damn, that's what you wished on me? It's a damn shame. Why you go and do that? And here y'all is with your Jesus. That's all you got is a Jesus. Got a whole host of them, baby. Okay, y'all, let's come on back about the rabbit hole. We can go back to Halloween. And y'all want to know how much we spent on Halloween? Now, y'all got to keep this in perspective because Halloween is a candy party. Y'all put on costumes, right? Y'all get bowls of candy. Y'all put big scary decorations in your yard. We spent $14 billion on Halloween. Capitalism, baby. These companies are getting y'all where y'all emotions feel it. You are attached to these things from the time you are a child. How many times do I tell you that when you want to instill something in a generation or a society of people that you instill it in the children? If you instill it in the children, then it will be ingrained in them from the time they are younger, and it is very hard for them to undo or to break those things once they become an adult. So you celebrate Halloween because it means something to you. Even when you get older, I've seen older people be like, oh my God, Halloween was so fun when I was a kid. It bring back memories for you, emotions. People buy a lot on emotions. Conditioning people, emotions play a big part of that. How does something make you feel? Bring them back to a certain thing. That's when things resonate with you. The reason you buy from one company and not another company is because one company resonates with you more. Resonate, another word for that is it makes you feel a certain way. But I think $14 billion is a lot of money for one night for a fucking dress up party and some candy. So let's be fair and break this down. We spent $4 billion on costumes alone, $3 billion on candy. Do y'all niggas be going to the dentist? Because that's a lot of candy. billion on candy. That's a lot, man. But y'all outdo it with the decorations because decorations take it at 4 billion. So them big old scary things in your yard, all the cobwebs and trying to scare everybody and set all that stuff up in your yard is $4 billion. And then y'all brought it down to the millions. We spent 600 million on pumpkins. Just carving pumpkins. And then you spend $1 billion on going to parties and haunted houses. Now let's get into some more holidays. Some that seem to be a little bit less that people don't think about as much as the ones that we just talked about, but they're celebrated all the time. So we're going to talk about Valentine's Day, we're going to talk about St. Patrick's, and we're going to talk about Juneteenth. Now, there are other ones like the 4th of July and all of that, but I would think that to some of y'all, it would be obvious what those holidays are about. And after this conversation, I think that it will be enough to make the point that's trying to be made here. But let's go to Valentine's Day. So why do you let the government and capitalism tell you when to love on your significant other? Like, can we be real about it? How many of y'all really like to go out on Valentine's Day? I hate going out on Valentine's Day. You know why? Because everybody in their mama is out there. Just take me out the day before Valentine's Day and can we just go get some tacos and tequila? I'm happy. I don't need a Ruth Chris steak. Like, I want you to understand. And then the funny thing is, I don't know if y'all have had these problems in y'all relationships. Maybe you have. I have not. But I have seen people where they're upset if their man don't get them something for Valentine's Day. Maybe bro ain't got no money. I need him to take me out. I need flowers. I need candy. I need some jewelry. I need all of that. But if you are in a relationship where y'all loving each other, this man, if he brought you flowers, he buy them for you and you get flowers a lot. Why do you need them on today? Because capitalism told you they're going to dictate to you when you show love to your loved one now. I'm going to tell you now, if your woman got a problem with this, she must be really conditioned because one of the sweet, I'm not going to say she don't appreciate you. I ain't going to say that because we get conditioned, right? But I think it's very sweet just on a Wednesday for a man to be like, get dressed. I want to take you out to dinner. He bring you some simple flowers from the damn store that costs what? $18. I buy flowers all the time. So I'm telling y'all, they don't cost that much. And if she like flowers, she better have a vase already at her house. You bring her the flowers, she cut them up and put them in there, right? If she like flowers, she got vases. I got a million vases. I buy myself damn flowers. Bring some flowers and say, baby, we're going out on a date, get cute. So she has somewhere to be cute. It could be a Sunday, a Monday, a Tuesday, or a Wednesday. If a man is doing that and you're having this relationship, if he shows you love, why do you need to be loved on that day while everybody else is being loved? Seem like to me, it turns into a competition. Girl, what your man get you for Valentine's Day? He ain't get you nothing, no, girl, because we don't celebrate that shit. We went out last week. We went to the Bahamas 3 months ago. Girl, he bought me flowers last week. They still living because he loved me and the energy in them strong. They ain't even died yet. I don't need no new flowers. But they even tell you when to love on people. And the crazy thing is, the meaning behind the holiday of Valentine's Day, I ain't gonna tell you how much we spend on Valentine's Day right now. But how many of you know that this, once again, it doesn't trickle down into several things? So it's a Roman holiday. And Valentine's Day, they had a festival. And in this festival, they would sacrifice animals. That's where the blood comes from in the red part of the heart in your body, heart for real. The Romans would sacrifice animals, kill them, and drain their blood. And then they would run around in the streets whipping women with the strips of the animal skin. And it was a way to like promote or to say it meant fertility. So they would chase the women around in the streets. They would beat them with the animal strips of their skin. And that was supposed to be for fertility. And then they would have what's called a love lottery. And they would randomly put people together and just pick people and tell them to like, see if you like each other. Swear to God. This is Valentine's Day. And then this is where the celebration of that started, but then it trickles down a little bit more, and you get to Saint Valentine, which is the saint of love. And today, the saint of love actually represents the LGBTQ community, because the word is that Saint Valentine used to do secret marriages for people, and he was actually put in jail and then later killed for doing marriages between same-sex people. And it was said that he was gay, and so he represents the LGBTQ community. So that's your Valentine's. And because you have been conditioned and they told you to go, they tell you when to love on each other. I'm telling everybody that's in a relationship, if you have a loving relationship, it shouldn't matter what a holiday say. If you are showing each other love and affection all the time, those days don't matter. Going out to dinner is something y'all do. That should not matter. It really shouldn't. And I don't know about the women, but I'm gonna speak for myself. It might be some other women in here. The men be stressed out on them days. Ladies, get them a little bit of a break if the brother already loving on you. Because the truth is, if he really love you, let me tell you a secret. He gonna do that shit for you anyway if he really love you. If he only doing it on Valentine's Day, you don't know if it's sincere, because he might just be doing it out of the pressure of the holiday. That shit might not be real. Don't give me no fake love. Love me on a Tuesday. That ain't Valentine's Day. Then I know it's real, okay? Y'all know how much we spent on Valentine's Day? $30 billion. So $7 billion is spent on jewelry. Jewelry is nice. I like jewelry, but give me some jewelry on a Tuesday, okay? Make sure it's real. Because when I get jewelry, I don't want to take it off. So, like, I sleep in my jewelry. I take my shower in my jewelry. I mean, if I get too much, I start to take it off. But if somebody give me something sentimental, I'm keeping it all the time. So don't give me no shit that's gonna fade just because I want to keep it on, okay? But we spent seven billion, not 700,000, not 7 million, $7 billion on jewelry on Valentine's Day. You know how much is spent on dinner? Them old crusty ass waiting line. You got to make your reservations. Everybody and their mama in the restaurant smelling like 50,000 perfumes and colognes mixed together. You got to wait to get to your table. It's loud as fucking there. Ain't nobody got time for that. And surely some side chick gonna catch him at the restaurant with his girl, and then it's gonna be a problem. And look, and you just out trying to have a good time with your girlfriend. Go the day after, okay? Y'all spent $5 billion on dinner on Valentine's Day. Boy, these companies be capitalizing and cleaning up on y'all, don't they? $3 billion on just candy alone, chocolate. $3 billion on flowers. And $2 billion giving people cards. $1 billion is spent on giving gifts to y'all pets. Now I'm gonna need y'all to calm the fuck down. See, we gotta do like Trump and we gotta balance these books. It's too much waste going on. This shit is not even goddamn necessary. Y'all spending $100 million on goddamn pets. What the fuck? I don't have pets. I'm not an animal person at all. At all. Okay, at all. If you give me a pet, it got to take care of itself. And I don't believe there's a pet that exists like that. So don't give me no pets. For $1 billion, y'all, what the fuck do y'all buy pets on? Anybody here buy y'all pets up for Valentine's Day? Tell me what you be buying them. But they got heart-shaped doggy bones or something. This is what's spent on Valentine's Day. On a holiday that started off with Roman people where they sacrificed animals and let their blood drip and then take pieces of their skin and chase women around and beat them with it, whip them with it. And then they turn around and randomly for fertility, and then they randomly, just be like, you, Sir Davis, you get with her, Miss Shaka Khan, and then they just put them together. You ain't even met this nigga before. Y'all just at the festival, and they like, you two now, be together. Like, what kind of shit is that? That's some Roman shit, I guess. We gonna save Juneteenth for last. Now, St. Patrick's Day. We're going to talk about St. Patrick's Day, you guys. And the reason we're going to talk about St. Patrick's Day is because some Black people might be like, I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Now, I don't either. But I do be seeing some Black people running around talk about, kiss me, I'm Irish. Y'all be using it as an excuse so you could go drink and shit. Everybody be drinking beer and liquor and everything on that day and corned beef and stuff like that, So it do be some Black people celebrating it. But we're going to talk about St. Patrick's Day because $7 billion is spent on St. Patrick's Day. $4 billion is spent on food and beer and liquor. $2 billion is spent on clothes because St. Patrick's is a day where people will wear a shirt that say "Kiss me, I'm Irish," or they get something green. So because you have to have on something green, people actually spend $2 billion on clothes for St. Patrick's Day. And then there's $1 billion spent on decorations. But let's talk about the history of St. Patrick's Day. So how many of you know that St. Patrick's is a man that committed genocide? He killed a whole tribe of Black people so that they don't exist anymore. There's a such thing of the Pygmy tribe or the TWA tribe. They were the first Black settlers in Ireland. And they practiced African spirituality. They were very much into herbs, and they were very much into their ancestors. They were very much into all of the things that people tend to call evil, and they would speak over you, and what they said would happen. And they would give you herbs so you could heal all of your ailments, and they would do all kinds of things to the point where they called them magical. They said, oh, these is magical people. They got magical powers. And it was because of the spirituality that they actually walked in, and all of the herbs and concoctions they made. They could heal you of anything. They could speak and create anything. And another thing unique about the TWA tribe or the Pygmy tribe of people is that they were very short. So like the tallest one was under 5 feet. They might have been 4'6", 4'7", was like the tallest of all of them. So they were little people. This is where the legend of the leprechaun comes from, y'all. Black people. The TWA tribe were small people that had magical powers, according to St. Patrick and the other white people who was bothering the Black settlers over in Ireland. And this is why they are associated with luck and a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And St. Patrick killed them all. He slaughtered them. So the reason that this Black tribe of magical small people don't exist anymore is because he killed them, and St. Patrick's Day celebrates him. This is who we're celebrating for St. Patrick's. And this is where you get the leprechaun and the good luck and the rainbow and the 4-leaf clover from. Not only did they commit genocide and kill all of them to where they don't exist, they also took who they were and turned that image and whitewashed it into something that absolutely did not represent who they were. And this is what St. Patrick's Day is really a celebration of. It's nothing to be celebrated, especially if you're a Black person. Now we're going to go to my favorite one. It's very new, but it's my favorite, even still. Juneteenth. Now, Juneteenth, people spend only $2 billion on that holiday. That's it. Now, I know how you feel about that. You could say, well, they don't like niggas. I will tell you it's because the holiday is fairly new. And so they have not capitalized on it as much because they just recently made it a holiday, right? So let's talk about Juneteenth and what Juneteenth is. First of all, Juneteenth is something that we celebrate. And when people talk about it's about freedom, it's actually something that is celebrated in Texas. So for Juneteenth, what happened is that slaves were freed, but because people didn't have cell phones and telephones, there was a part of the country in Texas where there were people who were enslaved, and it took them a while to get the word that they were free. They didn't know they was free. So they were still enslaved and being slaves until they found out. So slaves were free everywhere. But in this part of the country, they had not found out that slaves were free, so they were still working them. So Juneteenth is their day of freedom when they found out they were free. Okay, so let's just be clear about that's what the Juneteenth is. And my problem with Juneteenth is not how much money we spend right now. It's the capitalism behind Juneteenth. Because check this out. How y'all thought it was a good thing when they, and if you one of my day ones, you probably heard me speak on Juneteenth because I went off about it when they first made it a national holiday. Y'all think that's a good thing? I don't. See, Juneteenth was something that Black people celebrated. We kept it to ourselves. We celebrated things in our own way. Now that they've made it a national holiday, it is something that Black people celebrate. That's their holiday. But now everybody gets a paid holiday. Everybody, no matter whether you Black or not, if you work, you get paid extra. It's a national holiday. You get the day off. They can get the day off. The DEIs, you know them DEIs y'all was crying about, talk about they don't care about Black people, and the number one DEI is a white woman. Well, them white women, they get the day off too. So now Juneteenth went from something that we held to ourselves, but it goes deeper than this, that we held to ourselves. Now everybody actually benefits from it instead of Black people just enjoying their holiday. The crazier part is if you go look up Juneteenth, if you bother to do this, go do it. It takes you a few minutes. Go and look up the trademark for Juneteenth, because Juneteenth is trademarked by a company and it ain't Black people. So see, Juneteenth wasn't a part of capitalism until they made it a holiday, and now companies have stepped in. You go to Walmart and you see ice cream that says Juneteenth on it. Do you not? Now they're going to have plates for parties that say Juneteenth. They're going to have decorations for Juneteenth. I make money online all day. You know how many white people and folks that are not Black are going to set up shirts for Juneteenth and sell them online, and you're going to buy them all day long and think, oh, I'm about to be fly. Let me get my Juneteenth shirt. You don't know the face behind that company, and I promise you 95% of them are non-Black people that will be selling you Juneteenth products. So Juneteenth was something that people decided to celebrate, but let's be clear, that's not even every Black person's holiday. That holiday belongs to Texas. For the people in that region. Now, if other Black people want to celebrate that, that's fine, but now everybody gets to celebrate it. And it's the crazy thing. They don't celebrate it because they give a damn about you or your holiday or Black people being free. All they know is it's extra pay if I work that day and I get to get off. And then capitalism has already trademarked the word Juneteenth. Black people can't even get in on it. So now they done co-opted and took the damn holiday and the billions and billions of dollars that will continue to be made. Let's have this conversation in a couple of years. $2 billion was spent on Juneteenth, but Juneteenth is fairly new. You give it some time and Juneteenth's going to be up there with 20 and $30 billion too, because they're going at least as much as St. Patrick's. People for St. Patrick spend $2 billion just on clothes. So at the end of the day, that one holiday has been co-opted. That's why you shouldn't even celebrate it no more. It doesn't even belong to Black people anymore. It has been capitalized on at this point. And I think the craziest part of that is that a white company actually owns the trademark for Juneteenth. So they can put that on all the products they want inside of Walmart. There's going to be Juneteenth cereal, Juneteenth pizza. They already got Juneteenth ice cream when Juneteenth came out. Cups, napkins, paper towels, and all of this different stuff that you're going to be able to decorate your backyard. And it's going to be another reason to barbecue. So you're going to go and get all of this food, just like on the 4th of July, because it's summertime. So it's going to be a barbecuing, holiday that we used to do anyway. But now they're going to start to for Juneteenth. Remember, we talked about them end caps. See, before when Juneteenth happened, the stores were quiet, were they not? We went out and did whatever we was going to do. We celebrated Juneteenth. If you celebrate, you know. If you don't, you don't. Now Juneteenth comes and you go in the store and on the end caps, you see all the Juneteenth shit. They got cupcakes frosted in Juneteenth color. They got little stickies on top of them that say Juneteenth. They got Juneteenth ice cream, like they really do. That's why I keep saying it. Instead of it being Neapolitan, it's the 3 colors for Juneteenth. It's going to be Juneteenth cups, and it's going to be barbecue stuff. They're going to make sure that their ribs are on sale, their burgers and everything else, because it's a holiday where you're going to barbecue. Now watch when Juneteenth hits. I want y'all to go in the store and notice how much Juneteenth shit is going to be in your face on the end caps in Walmart. And I just want you to keep this one thing in mind. Everything you see the name Juneteenth on, it belongs to a non-Black company. They own the trademark to that day. So with that said, y'all, can we stop celebrating holidays? And I'm not telling you to stop celebrating the holidays. If you enjoy celebrating them, celebrate them. I'm not telling you to stop celebrating the holidays because of anything other than the fact that you stress yourself out too damn much. You are celebrating things that were passed down to you as a tradition that was only given to the generation before you because of capitalism. And they capitalize on you. If we go into holidays in January, you have New Year's, right? February, you have Valentine's Day. What is in March? When is fucking St. Patrick's Day? I don't even remember, but you got another holiday soon coming up after that, right? And look, they give you all these things that come up because they give you taxes right before this stuff happens. So then you'll give them their money back because it's all this stuff going on, right? Then you get into the summertime, you got goddamn you got 4th of July, you got Labor Day, you got Juneteenth now, then you come back around and then you got all of these other holidays that come into play and it brings you right round around cycle. Every 60 days, there is a holiday. In some months in the year, there are holidays back to back every single month. Every 30 days, you pay your bills. That's how you pay your rent. That's how you pay your light bill, your car note. Everything is on a 30-day premise, right? So if every other goddamn month there's a holiday, and at the end of the year, there's holiday after holiday 3 in a row, and then in between that, you have regular birthdays and shit that you got to do. My question to you, okay, right, Easter is in April. So my question to you is like, when do you ever get a break? And for those of you that celebrate Easter, I don't know if I said this, and you celebrate it as a Christian holiday. Easter, what does the rabbit and eggs have anything to do with Jesus? Can anybody explain that? Because y'all say it's the day of his resurrection. So what would that have to do with Jesus? It has nothing to do with Jesus. It actually has to do with a goddess called, her name is Ishtar. And she represents new life and fertility. That's why. So it's crazy because you have a rabbit and an egg because it's representing new life and fertility. So you mix that in with the rising of Jesus, but you've never stopped to say, what the fuck do a rabbit and an egg got to do with Jesus? It doesn't. It goes along with the goddess that is after. That's her holiday. And it's the spring equinox. Save yourself the headache. Keep celebrating holidays if you want to. I'm really not here to convince anybody. I'm here to inform you and tell you that if you really stop and think about it, holidays put pressure on you. You spend money that's unnecessary to spend. You do things because you're told that that's what you have to do. You don't have to do none of that shit. I promise you can let it go today. Spend time with your family when you feel like spending time with your family, and everybody is able to do so. Buy your children and your loved ones the things when you have the money and you want to buy it for them. Not when you're stressing and pressing yourself to have to get something based on a date, a holiday, and what society is telling you to do. And if you are worried about your children, you are the adult, they will be fine. When your children realize that, even though, you know what kids like the most out of holidays is the things they get for holidays, the presents, the food, the good eating. You don't have to take that away from them. They can still have presents. They're going to be happy when they realize that they don't actually have to wait until a holiday to get something. They're going to feel real good when you say, we're going to celebrate. Oh my God, you got a kid, they play sports. They team won tonight. Because you ain't pressured with holidays. And today you happen to have the extra money. It's no stress on your back. We're going to celebrate. I'm going to surprise him. I'm going to get him a cake. He wake up in the morning. Look at baby, I got you a cake. Congratulations. You won your first game with your team. I bought you a new jersey. I love you. I'm so proud of you. I'm gonna cook your favorite dinner tonight, and we got a cake, and everybody we here around the table, we clapping for you because we proud of you. Do you know how much further that really goes when you decide how to love on your kids and your family and how to celebrate and to take that pressure off of you? We are hurting in this country right now financially. Save your money, baby. Do not let these holidays pressure you into being stressed out even more. Save your money. And for people who are like, I ain't got no money to celebrate the holidays, don't feel bad about that. I know that holidays feel nice. That's why they trick you. People be sad when it's Christmas or Thanksgiving and you like, I ain't got no family to spend no time with. It's the energy. It's like a spell. Christmas comes with an energy. And if you're not caught up in it, it's funny. I don't even feel it because I don't go outside. But if you're watching TV and all the Christmas songs is on, all the Christmas movies is on everywhere you go, jingle bell, rock, and Santa baby, and they're singing all this music. You got Kenny G blowing his horn. You hear Mariah Carey and everything everywhere. It's the energy. All of that shit has the energy to it. You go outside. I be in the house. I don't even watch TV, so that's why it don't get me. But if I go somewhere and it's Christmas time and it's Christmas music everywhere, it bring me back to the feeling of when I used to celebrate. Not that I want to, but have you ever had a flashbulb moment? Do y'all know what that is? So a flashbulb moment is like when you smell something and it takes you back somewhere, like you're really there. You're like, oh my God, I feel like I'm 5 years old again. That smell reminds me of when my mama used to press my hair. She used to use that grease all the time. Like you're actually in that moment. It's called a flashbulb moment. It actually takes you somewhere really quickly to where you feel like you're there. You can feel it. That's what it do to you. So it make you feel like you being left out of things, but you're not. People are just conditioned. And I know that might not even soothe you or make you feel any better about it right now because you're like, well, you ain't the one that feel this way. But I promise you that if you was to let go of the holidays, you would find some real freedom. I don't know how much freedom we're ever going to find in this life as Black people. I don't. But I know that I found a freedom in my life, and that's the one freedom that I found, to be conditioned by holidays all my life and know the pressure it was, and to feel bad if I didn't have what I needed to give it to my kids. And I felt if they didn't have, they was feeling left out because tonight the whole world is celebrating and we feel so left out. None of us feel like that. My kids ain't worried about it. We happy. I don't think about it. My bank account is bigger because of it. Should I run business? I make money off the holidays. I don't buy shit for the holidays. I don't. I go sell some shit and put it on sale on Amazon and let the people who are conditioned buy the stuff up. It's a lot of money to be made on the holidays. It absolutely is. Maybe you should turn that leaf over in your life. Stop being the one spending and start getting money, because you don't have to celebrate the holidays, but I promise you holidays will always be here. Somebody gonna celebrate. There's always going to be stuff to be bought. So you decide if you're going to be the one spending your money or if you're going to be the one earning some money. Change the outlook. Stop spending money on holidays. Learn to make money off of the holidays. But whatever you do, don't stress yourself out about them. They're really not that important if you stop and think about it. They're only that important because they were ingrained in you by a tradition. And it's okay to break traditions, especially if the only reason you do them is because I've always done them. I don't know, because this is just the way it is. If you can't justify a reason in here that makes you feel good about why you doing what you doing, then that's the type of tradition you should let go of. Period. So with that said, y'all, I'm gonna bring y'all attention to this number right here on the bottom of the screen, because after we done had this good conversation, I need to remind you that, holidays or no holidays, if you see some illegals, I'm gonna need you to, wherever you at, look out your window real quick, look to your left, look to your right. Don't tell your neighbor nothing. If they're an immigrant, you call 1-866-347-2423. I'm so serious though, y'all. I wish they would go ahead and make that tip line for real. So, we had a good conversation, but we're not done with these immigrants. So y'all keep an eye out, spend your time doing that. Don't worry about these holidays. They got to go. They got to go. So with that said, y'all, shout out to everybody that joined the conversation on MX Network, and everybody who tuned in tonight. It was a lot more people than I thought would come in here. I know these are the type of conversations that don't always bring people, because they like to listen to the sensationalized stuff. Right now, I was talking about Trump and him freezing the government everybody would have been in here, but that's okay. I think that these are important conversations, and I'm glad for everybody that showed up. Y'all obviously want to have this knowledge. I know I've been saying I was going to have this conversation for a long time, but we finally here. Okay, we finally here. So there you go. Share this video with somebody. I didn't cuss people out too much. You know what I'm saying? I ain't go to the left tonight. You know what I'm saying? I talk like I'm teaching one of my classes or something. So y'all could probably share this with y'all. Be sharing my videos with like y'all friends and family members, and they be like, "That girl cuts too much." Y'all be telling me that shit all the time. Like I try to send it to my friend. They be mad when I send your videos. You can send them this one. You can send them this one. They'll watch this one because I'm not cussing today. So y'all share this video with somebody before you leave over on YouTube. Do me a favor, like this video, share this video, subscribe if you guys have not, and don't forget to go to the description in this video and get your subscription at MX Network. You guys, I will not be here tomorrow. I will do a video. Somebody asked me about the freeze. I will make a video about the freeze, and I will post it like the other videos I do won't be alive. So I will post that tomorrow, but I won't be here live. I teach class tomorrow night for my boot camp, but I will see you guys Thursday. And remember, Thursday's live will be on MX Network. We will start over here, but we're not going to stay here. We're going to get into MK Ultra and other experiments that the government has done on society and the depths of mind control and how it goes in the government. We're going to talk about all the experiments that maybe you don't know that they've done, and they admitted to these things. So we're going to go over all that and what exactly MK Ultra is. How does it work? Does it still exist today? And some of these things that you might not know the government is using to this very day. So we're going to get into that, but we can't do that on YouTube. This is why we have MX Network. So make sure you guys get your free subscription, because that's where we're going to be tomorrow. I mean, on Thursday, I'm going to come over here and say, hey, everybody, on Thursday. And then we're going to cut y'all off. I'm going to come in and I'm going to post the illegal number and remind everybody to call on the immigrant. And then we're going to go over to MX Network. So we won't be here live. So make sure you have your subscription so you can just start watching on Thursday from MX Network. If you're on MX Network, you guys, the show for Thursday is already set in the section. So you guys can go and click your reminder over there and on the video, because it's already set over on MX Network. Okay, you guys. And then I will see YouTube for a full video back on Friday. I have a special guest Friday. He's going to talk to us about sovereignty and some really dope stuff that he's working on in his tribe. Well, my tribe. I'm part of the tribe too. And then Saturday we got our call in. So if anybody want to talk about anything we went over this week, y'all hold your peace until Saturday. And Saturday is on and popping. We have our call in show, and you can always come up and speak your piece. You know, you can argue a little bit with me if you want to. It's all right. It's all right. I like to argue. So you ain't got to even agree with me to come on the panel. You come on the panel and talk some shit. Just be ready to get some shit talked back. That's all I'm saying. You know, have on some big boy drawers and some big girl panties. If you're going to come up there and talk crazy, don't get offended now, right? And with that said, y'all have a good night. Share this video with somebody that needs to see this information, and free yourself from these holidays. Take that pressure off your chest right now. Just let it go. Let it go. You're going to feel way better from it. All right. Y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all on Thursday.